Hello everyone, this is Kimfx. I'm back again with another video, and on this video I'm going to be talking about Fibonacci, how to use Fibonacci, how to identify those levels, and how to use them onto your advantage. For those who don't know about Fibonacci, this is a tool that is used to get retracement levels. So at this point, this is our fib over here. I'm going to show you about the settings and about everything. But before we go to the settings, I'm going to show you different key zones on our fib. So beginning from this low over here, at this point, we have the 1, 0.786, 0.71, 0.618, 0.5, and the 0. So between 0.5 and 0.1, this entire zone is known as the premium. That entire zone is known as the premium. That is from this point, from the 0 level, from this point to that point. That one is known as the premium. From 0.5 to 1, that one is known as the discount. That one is known as the discount. It's known as the discount. Now, in between, we are going to discuss now all these key zones at this point. So in between 0.5 and 0.16, 618, it's known as the equilibrium. So here we have the equilibrium. Between 0.618 and 0.71, that one is known as the golden zone. This one is known as the golden zone. This one is known as the golden zone. You have the golden zone over there. And then in between 0.71 and 0.786, we have the OTE. In full, OTE is known as the optimal trade entry. And this is what we basically most of the times we normally use to take our trades. I recommend us to normally take our trades in between the golden zone and the OTE. So this is how these are the key zones on our fib tool. So how do we use our fib? But before we get to how to use our fib, how to get these settings, you just highlight your Fibonacci, go to the settings, and on the settings, make sure you have all those levels. You have the level, you have the 0 level, 0.5, 0.618, 0.786, 0.786, sorry, and the 1. Those are the key levels on your fib. So how do we normally use our fib? I'm going to give you a very simple scenario over here. We are going to have a bullish market. That is a bullish market over there. We have the higher highs and the higher lows. We have these higher highs and the higher lows over here. So let me take this one. We have those high highs and the higher lows. This is a bullish market. So we have the higher lows and the higher highs. So these are the breakout structures, but we are not talking about market structure for today. We are going to make a different video on that. So we have a bullish breakout structure that shows us that we are bullish on this market. This is a bullish market. It's shown by a series of bullish breakout structures. So how do we normally use this fib or this Fibonacci tool? We normally use that tool from our swing lows and our swing highs. From SMC, we normally know a swing low is the most recent low that led to a breakout structure. So over here we have our swing low. And swing highs, where do we have our swing highs? On the higher highs. So this is where we have our swing high before we got this pullback. So we are going to drag our Fibonacci from this swing low to the swing high on a bullish market. Sorry about that. So on a bullish market, you normally your level 1 is at the swing low and the 0 level it's at the swing high. So once you map out, once you drag your fib in that order, you're going to wait for a pullback to these levels now. You are going to wait for fib to pull back to these levels, either to the equilibrium, to the golden zone, or to the OTE. Once price taps into those key zones or onto those zones, you shift to lower time frame and look for confirmations. So once you get your confirmations, this is how you're going to use your Fibonacci to get your take profits. So you can get your first take profit at 0, level 0, and then the rest you can adjust on your settings. You can have the negative 0.5 and negative 1. So you can have your take profit at 0, take profit 2 at 0.1, and take profit 2, sorry, at 0.5, and the last take profit, which is take profit 3 at 1. So to get these take profits using this fib, they are normally used on swing trades. If you are intraday, you just use the level 0 over there. So we are going to do, let's do a try on live charts, and over here we have gold 30 minutes time frame. So over here we have a series of break structures. We have that change of character, and we have this break structure over here. And this first pullback over here, it's known as inducement. We are not talking about that for today, but it's good to label it. Over there we have our inducement. So we are going to drag our fib from this low, and from that swing low to that swing high over there, and check for retracement back to those key zones. Once you check over here, most of the times normalize using the OTE as your to get your entries. At this point we have at this key zone at 0.786 and 0.71, we have our OTE, and you can see we had a very nice reaction from that OTE. Price pushed all the way to our first take profit. That is how you normally use your fib. Again, another example, we have this swing low, we have another break over here. This is the break. So you're going to drag your fib from these key zones, from that 0, from that swing low to this swing high over here. You wait for a pullback back to our key zones, and as you can see over here, price has reacted onto our golden zone, and it's buying. So if you want to take your trades from these zones, from either equilibrium, golden zone, and OTE, once price taps onto those zones, make sure that your OTE, your golden zone, on equilibrium is on a point of interest. For instance, at this, our golden zone is on this fair value gap over here. That is why price is reacting from that point. And yes, that is it. That is how we normally use our Fibonacci to our advantage. Thank you for watching this video.